have I told you about my Litecoin? Okay, in all seriousness, everyone remembers when Bitcoin was this mysterious, edgy internet thing used by computer experts or by people doing awful things such as buying tanks, drugs, passports, or people. Nowadays, even we have dipped into the buying cryptocurrency market. Because if there's one thing we all bitterly remember is when Bitcoin was worthless, until suddenly it was over 10 grand. As of right now, Bitcoin is parked just under 15K after a mid-December drop. However, a brand new cryptocurrency with ties to already pre-existing financial entities has emerged and is going strong. Ripple has already been signed on with 3 Japanese credit firms, released strong. Ripple has been in private use with banks using it to trade and pay each other due to the high amount of currency. Ripple also claims that it is a more energy efficient cryptocurrency, as there's not a mining process, which is in contrast with an energy fiend like Bitcoin. For those who don't know, back in the early stages of Bitcoin usage, it was completely possible to use your standard computer's processing power to process tasks called hashes. However, this used a massive amount of power, and as such used a ton of electricity, which more often than not was more costly than whatever you made in bitcoins. Due to this, newer processors were built and sold that specialized in mining Bitcoin, and these consumed substantially less energy. But due to this metaphorical gatekeeping, it then became impossible to become the Bitcoin mogul from your living room. Many people, including us here, scoffed at Bitcoins, as who would ever want to invest in something you can't hold? It's gonna pop. It's like panning for gold. It's gonna dry up. No, just like that, we've all heard of stories of being offered a chance to mine Bitcoin or buy Bitcoin for nothing. And now we're all in crippling student loan. And that could have been paid off with coins numbering less than 5 now. So, good times! Recently, we all invested in Litecoin, which is much like Bitcoin, except it was cheaper. Some of us poured our investment funds into it and pulled them out with a little bit of a bump, and some of us put a couple bucks in where they still reside, just as kind of like an experiment in the cryptocurrency market. The point is that cryptocurrency isn't some mythological investment. In recent times, the market has not looked great, yet the market for cryptocurrency stays relatively strong. This is due to its lack of ties to the existing financial market. It's basically a private currency that, as long as there is market faith in it, it will not bottom out. Which brings us back to the main topic. Ripple is tied to several banks, including Bank of America, UBS, and several other national banks. Reports indicate that South Korea and Japan have both signed on to assist with cross-border payment. This is good news, as theoretically, if a cryptocurrency got used more, theoretically, it would eliminate the need for online purchases, to use extra funding to buy in foreign markets. Currently, Amazon is one of the most trusted online retailers because it uses a point-of-sale currency. For example, I can buy a gimmicky Japanese egg roller for $8, whereas if you use the Japanese Amazon site, you can buy them for yen, not dollars. Whether Ripple will be a good investment for the individual remains to be seen, but we are nonetheless excited, as it is almost sad to be kind of still talking about our Litecoin, insurance, what kind of certifications we may or may not have, or the fact that fiber is totally coming to our network, our neighborhood. So, what are you going to do there? Something we all talk about. So, if you've invested in cryptocurrency, Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, whatever, if you've invested in cryptocurrency, what is your thoughts on this new cryptocurrency that's being used by banks called Ripple? And as always, be sure to subscribe and like for more content, and so you don't miss any more of your bite-sized news.